So we were talking about Vipassana, and the reason why I was talking about the Vipassana is in order to actualize the wisdom, in order to attain this wisdom, and the wisdom, as I was saying, is basically, I wasn't using the word like non-duality, which even though non-duality is the quintessence of the wisdom, I was using words like the absolute normal state, the normal in the sense of not being fabricated by all kinds of dualistic distinctions. But again and again, you have to really get used to this, because this is not going to be that easy. I told you many times, using the example of mirror and the hand, remember? We have this habit. See, there's this. The confusion. As Jesu Thakur Jensen stated here, and similarly, the great master Longchenpa also said, Lalani Sarvala Tulo, Lalani Tongpala Tulo, in the great text called Temptations. Going back to our example, the mirror. You are looking at the mirror, you see the face. There's a two thing, for the sake of communication, actually there's no two or three or one thing there. But for the sake of communication, two kind of major event or major phenomena is there. One is the face in the mirror is not truly existing there, is not inherently not there. Face in the mirror is not inherently there. That's one. But even though it is not there, it is not chaotic. Only the face comes, not something else. The order is very intact. The game, the display of the order is very intact. And this kind of seemingly, these two paradoxes, nothing actually is not there, but at the same time order is very much there. These two, for us ordinary beings, to really see them together is always so difficult. We always get attracted by one of them. We get carried away by one of them. So, if you think, oh, it exists, it's there, then that's one extreme. Because it's actually not there. At the same time, if you fall into the reality, oh, it's not there, it's a lie, it's a fake, it's non-existent, that's also an extreme. This is why the Longchenpa also said, just like Java Gyatsan, some of them we look at things, and mirror is not the only thing. Same thing, you are looking at me. This thing that you are looking at me is a transitory collection. So many things that's drifting, moving, decaying, dysfunctioning. So many of them all put together, and then you come up with the idea, oh, Rinpoche is sitting there. And he has been there for almost 9 days now, so, he has to exist. So the validation, there's many different reasons why you validate my existence, because he has been there all the time, and I can hear him, and if I go and punch him, I'm sure he'll get, he'll be angry with me or something like that. Everything is like this. For example, this fan is collection of lots of transitory stuff. This is a transitory, the paper is transitory, all of that. And then on top of that, the education, the information that this is a fan, not a, not a towel or something like that. Education, this is the human education that we have received. It's also a transitory collection, because if we die today and if we are reborn as an insect, we will not think this is a fan anymore. So actually there is no really something called fan, but at the same time there is. It does work as a fan. It is used as a fan, and it's actually, but if I need a bit of a breeze, I use this instead of this. So this too, understanding the clarity and emptiness, yoga, existence, never, non-existence, both and neither. One way to go beyond that is very difficult, or to see all in one is very difficult. This is why towards the end, Robert Johnson says here, now what Jumi Rajin engine devil to my Nelu Java Misheji Jarajing our conversion. This is actually the extended explanation on the inexpressible. So what is it? Remember, all perceptions are mind. Mind is illusion. Illusion is inexpressible. What is it then? We cannot express. This is called inexpressibility. So actually, when the Lamas say, things are inexpressible, the ultimate truth is inexpressible. Prajnaparamita is inexpressible. It's not an excuse. Don't think that this is an excuse, like because there is no answer, that he or she does not know the answer, that's why they say inexpressible. There is no language. But I guess you can kind of imagine. There's so many wonderful examples in the textual, again, Longchen plus textual, like even the Buddha's blessing is just like that mirror and the face. You or me, so-called sentient beings, are like a tuna, which is a container of water. So we have a little bit of water. Some of our water is clear, some of our water has so much mud, so much garbage. Some of our water is hidden somewhere, there's a roof on the top. There's a moon shining up in the sky. When the moon shines, billions and billions and billions of container of water on this earth will have reflection of one moon. Meanwhile, the moon has no intention that, I will reflect to this particular container of the water because it is cleaner. None. This reflection of the moon that is seemingly there but at the same time is not there. The moment there is all the conditions such as nothing covering over it, no lid covering, clear water, clear sky, no cloud, dark night, moon shining, suddenly it's all there. This is how blessing works. This is how prayer works. This is how all the Buddhist communication works. This is the most sophisticated communication system of the world. Buddhism. Really, it is wonderful. I want to, again, excuse my fanatical comments here and there. I always think, Da Vinci Code, the book, the movie. What is the problem there? The problem with many religions is God is beyond human. We are human. So who is talking in between? One is too pure, the others are not pure. So you need a communication line in between the perfect being and the not perfect being. Then comes all this problem, kind of semi-God, semi-human being, son of the God, daughter of the God, prophet, Messiah, all these. And then problem comes. In Buddhism, Buddha said, you are your own master. Who else can be your master? All of that. How does the Buddha benefit sentient beings? Just like that reflection of the moon in the container. Otherwise, that's how. If you clear your container, there is a perfect reflection of the water. And this is due to your own merit reflecting as the Buddha. This is how the prayer works also. Prayer also exactly functions this way. So, this as long as things are put together, you see, this is put together. It's put together, right? Things like this, it's like mentally we put it together. So it's called daisy. Is it daisy? Is it?
Yes.
Daisy. It's called daisy because English people come up with a component called daisy. And so this is called daisy. Now if nobody saw this flower before, and as you walk in, if I show you what this, you'll have a hard time to understand what this is. So now when things are kind of together, like four walls, a ceiling, a floor, a door, window, when these are together, then it appears as the house. You cannot deny that. You should not deny that. But that does not mean that it truly exists. So important to notice, huh? So this is I have a demonstration, but which I forgot. Some of my older students might. It's really. Let me think about it. So it's a number. Come here. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I'll show you this one. 13 and D, right? What is this? So this is good sign that you should not be really believing or following what I say, because I don't remember. I actually have to learn from so-called my students before I. That's right. Yeah, this is good. See, for instance, if you read this like that, you will, because of your conditioning, you will read it as A, B, C. But if you read it like that, then it's 12, 13, 14. You understand? Immediately, because it's the conditioning, you change. There are so many things like that. Everything is just put together. This is what now Jumi Rangin. Everything is just put together. Not even put together is probably the too strong word. It's not even stitched together, you understand? It just happened to be together, kind of together. It's not even really pasted, glued, nailed, stitched together. It's actually kind of together. And then we look at it and we see something. As flowers, as house, as human being. That's all we have. And this, as long as there is something put together, there is always going to be, now there's a continuous phenomenon. This will never stop. So, some people ask questions like, when we get enlightenment, will this all stop? No. Cause and conditions, when they are together, appearance of different kind, will appear. And one of the biggest cause and condition is our own habitual pattern. Really, biggest habit. Right now, you and me, we are basically an entity that is so many transitory collections put together. And when these transitory collection of transitory things, especially that qualifies human being. That's why we think we are human beings. We don't know whether we are human beings, but we think we are human beings. We function as a human being. It's, according to the teachings, when you die, after you die, but this is big teachings, of course. After you die, your condition, transitory conditions that made you think or function or act like a human being, slowly goes away. The next life, cause and condition to make you function as whatever. Okay, let's say bird. Next time you are going to be born as pigeon. Transitory collections of functioning as a pigeon is slowly taking over you. So, actually it's clearly explained in many of the beautiful Bhagavad teachings, like one of the great expounder of this teaching is there's so many, really so many. Like right now, I think I've said this before. Right now, we are looking at ice cream, and we feel very famished, especially when we are hungry or thirsty. Because there is a human condition, human transitory collection put together. After you die, that's going down. And your pigeon condition is getting bigger. You are walking next to the ice cream. You will not know what it is. You will be famished. You will feel famished, and you will feel really like hunger when you see maggots or insects. Or you will feel at home with wings. Anything to do with the flying, maybe you will feel at home. Things like that. And these kind of dependent arising phenomena will just continue. Yet it does not exist. So, how can we... Okay, this is all just talking. This is all, as I was saying, hearing is important. Getting used to this idea, first through the hearing, and then contemplating again and again about it, really. and then meditating. And how do we, and why is meditation so important? Because what we really need to understand is this, basically non-fabricating, non-dual, normality, or whatever you want to call it. And the quickest way, the most easiest way, the most friendly to this truth is actually already getting used to not doing anything. So in a way, meditation is really not doing anything. We will not be doing meditation now because, I don't know, maybe I should inform you this. Unfortunately, tomorrow around 11:30 we will have to stop the teaching because we have a plane to catch. I have a flight to catch to somewhere, I forgot. So I was thinking, of course we will continue teaching and all of that, but there seems to be a lot of questions, so I was thinking maybe this morning we will also do questioning, question and answers. So, and if you don't have, there are some questions coming from different parts of the world which I will go through. Oh. Okay.
Excuse me. Trying to put all this together, many thoughts, and a lot of them have been, a lot of questions have been answered. But I had some questions before I came to the retreat that are along similar lines. So in your Khensi Foundation annual report, you talked about a proposal of moving towards Western Buddhism rather than Tibetan Buddhism in the West. My question is, how do you propose this Western Buddhism will look in the context of the Buddha's teachings and his and the Bodhisattva's guidance for us, and particularly in relevance to what you've been talking about, even about emptiness? I'm concerned that there seems to be some movement away from the basic teachings, even about what are wholesome deeds and what are unwholesome deeds. That in the West it's seen that because we are so liberal, which I feel is actually more of a minority view, but that sort of anything goes, and the anarchy that you mentioned almost seems to supersede sometimes the teachings of the Buddhas, as you've talked about, and it concerns me a lot.
About losing the
essence of the teachings, yes, basically, and that even rituals.
I actually don't know what is written in that website. I'm so lazy, I don't read these things.